Welcome to the Lloyd Learning Series for Microsoft Office 2013. Today we will be installing Office 2013 via Office 365. In this demo, we will run through the steps required in Kaseya, as well as the follow-up work needed to complete the installation and activate the software. In terms of prerequisites, it's important to note that this installation method requires a valid Office 365 subscription, which would include a license for Office 2013 Pro Plus. Please check with your manager if you are not sure if the user is eligible for this. Additionally, in this demo we will be completing the install on a newly configured workstation. If an older version of Office is already installed, we have a separate script that you can use, and this can be found under the Solutions Development folder within the Shared Scripts of Kaseya. While Office 2013 can coexist with older versions of Office, you're much better off removing the older version to avoid any compatibility issues which may arise. As I stated earlier, this install is done via Kaseya without any outside media required. This can be done on an in-house machine or it can be done at a client site. Your first step is to now log into Kaseya. Once you're in Kaseya, you need to identify the machine that you are looking to install Office on. In this case, we're going to be using TLG Win 7-2, and we can now identify the same in the corner. Next, you move to Agent Procedures, and you're going to look for a shared script. So we find the best way to actually get there is to collapse both the private scripts and the shared scripts, basically to get all the extra folders and scripts out of the way. Once you reopen the shared scripts, you will find Solutions Development, and then the script right there, Office 365, download and install. Now we have a choice. We can decide to schedule this script in the future, or we can run it right now. If you want to schedule it in the future, hit Schedule Procedure, and then you have a number of options, including installing it once, installing it daily, weekly, monthly. In this case, we want to run the script right now. What this does is it will kick off a procedure, and this procedure will download the install file for Office down to this local machine, and then it'll run a custom package which will install all of the components of Office 2013 Pro Plus. While the script is running, it's sometimes a good idea to actually check to see that the script is still pending. In this case, you can see it there listing as a pending procedure. But to get more information, you can use the Agent Procedure Status menu, which is on the left pane. Within here, we will see an indicator which says that the script is pending. When the script is completed, it will say Success Then. So right now we're still pending, which is fine. Depending on the internet connection, it can take as little as 10 to 15 minutes. It could take up to an hour, or it could take even more if you have a very slow connection. While this is running, you can also check Task Manager to see that the application is actually going on the machine. In this case, there's a number of programs that run under the Microsoft Office guise. They will all say click to run. That's actually the way that Microsoft has branded the package for 2013. So you see a setup exe, 2 integrated Office exes, and then some additional pieces of software that are running. So what we're going to do is we're going to pause the video, and we're going to move ahead to when the installation is completed. We are now done with the install, and you can see that there is a timestamp for when it completed. It did take about a half hour. And we can check in the Agent Procedure Status, and we will see that the installation is completed via the Success Then indication. Now that we have confirmed that the installation is completed on the Kaseya side, we need to open up the program and activate the installation. This can be done using any of the Office programs. In our case, we're going to use Outlook 2013. We're going to skip ahead past the initial setup which is the same with Office 2010. And right now it's downloading the cached mail, and now we're in. So what's going to happen is there's going to be a pop-up box for activation, and we're going to need to know the user's email address. If you don't know the user's password, they'll have to do this themselves. So in our case, I'm going to use my email address, and I'm going to hit Next. I'm going to choose Organizational Account, which is what you use for Office 365. And then I'm going to use my password, and this password is the same as what you would use within Active Directory for the local domain. What it's doing now is it's actually reaching out to the Office 365 servers, and it's confirming that I actually have an available license with this account. And I do. So now I have used one of my 5 licenses that I've been allocated for Office 365. As a final step, we're going to check within the Office account options to confirm that this installation activation has been completed successfully. Click Office Account, and in the bottom left-hand corner you will see the Lloyd Group and my name. This confirms that the activation has been completed, and you have a successful installation of Office 2013 Pro Plus.